So you have been watching Saida for quite long, right? Maybe for at least for last few days. So what do you think? What will be her score, overall score?
Saida, 6.5 something.
Sorry?
I think it's 6.5.
Oh my God, you are too lenient then. Okay. What do you think, Abdurrahman? Sorry, Shakil.
Sir, around four and in between 4 and 5, sir. He's speaking, sir.
4 and 4.5. Right. You are too strict, actually.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
sir.
Right. Okay. Now let's see that and try to watch. You have these comments, examiner comments, with you in your notes, if you see. And
Yes, sir.
I've already told you that these videos are available on YouTube as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you have any doubt, you can watch the video. Now you see fluency and cohesion, slow speech and frequent hesitation. If you remember, Saida, most of the times he was doing and so on, and many of times he went silent, totally silent, right? So a range of spoken disclosures markers like, well, so it depends, actually, I think so, first of all. So because of these, she got 5 in this fluency and cohesion only.
Yes, sir.
No battery. Please
Then-
recharge.
Abdurrahman, your speaker is going down, right?
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so shall I continue? Abdurrahman, shall
Okay,
I
sir.
continue? Shall I continue?
Okay.
Okay, lexical resource. Some good vocabulary like architecture, design, last 2 decades, cooperative and tolerant, look after their children, help people become healthy again. So, but limited
sir.
flexibility is demonstrated by lack of range, repetition of certain items like cooperative and tolerant, and inappropriateness is very actual. So this was wrong. It's very actual. It's very real, maybe. Similarly,
Yes, sir.
some cookings and housekeeping works, again, that was wrong. She always says me. Okay, actually, even, she talked about past, but she was talking about past incident, but she was using present tense for that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can go through these comments and just try to assess you as well. So between 5
Okay,
and
sir.
6, that means 5.5. In here, between
Yes, sir.
5 and 6, again 5.5. But
Yes,
in
sir.
case of pronunciation, she has a problem with th and that sound, z sound, and blah blah. But overall, she got 6 in pronunciation.
6, sir.
6, yeah. So overall, she got 5.5.
5.5.
5.5, yeah. So Shakil was too strict. He was saying
Yeah,
4,
sir.
4.5, and Abdurrahman was too lenient, too generous, actually. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So he was saying 6.5, but actually it's 5.5.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but still, if you watch the video again, just in a peace of mind, what do you think? Isn't it very easy to improve your score? Like if she can get 5.5, I guess you can get maybe 6.5 very easily.
Yes.
Like just
Yes,
just think of the her hesitation, overall hesitation, and her pronunciation issues, her even idea generation issues. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll just play it for a moment, for a minute or so,
Yes.
and then I'll move on, just to give you an idea, and then you can compare band 5.5 with this video. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Austin. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Saida Abdurazakova.
Thank you. And what shall I call you?
Saida, just
Saida.
Saida.
And where are you from, Saida?
From Uzbekistan.
Can I see your identification,
Yes,
please?
sure.
Thank you. Thank you, that's fine. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about where you live. What do you like most about your hometown or city?
Well, I live in Tashkent. It's the capital of Uzbekistan. I love my city because it's very beautiful, with beautiful parks, gardens, and beautiful underground stations. Because our underground stations are very popular with its architectural design. So
So is your home city a popular place for tourists to visit?
I don't think so. Just we try to develop our touristic industry and we have some tourists, not like in America or in England, but we try to encourage it.
Has your home city changed much in recent years?
Yeah, just over last 2 decades, our city changed very much, and we have a lot of new modern buildings and restaurants, hotels. So over
Sorry.
the last years, it's really changed.
Thank you. Now let's talk about writing. What different types of writing do you do? For example, letters, emails, reports, or essays?
I prefer to email. I prefer to connect by email with my friends, with my family, and sometimes I prefer to write letters by myself because it's very actual. I think it's from if you send a letter for by yourself, and it means that you are very appreciate this person.
Do you prefer writing with a pen or using a computer?
Sometimes it depends on the situation. For example, for my studies, I prefer computer to type in computer, but for my essays, I prefer to write by pen.
Why?
Because I feel more comfortable when I try to explain my some things which I want to say. It's more comfortable and easy to write it yourself.
Do you write more now or less than you did a few years ago?
I think less because technology nowadays really go fast. So.
And do you like to write stories or poems?
Not actually. Just I like to write my opinions, my view, for example, about the world, about animals, about persons.
Thank you. Let's talk about music. How often do you listen to music?
Usually every day I listen to music because it gives me energy, and it gives me some feeling, and it's very important for me to listen.
Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it.
Okay. I guess this has given you enough an idea to
Yes, sir.
relate her speech with her marks, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
shall I move on now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's almost we are coming towards end of our test, right? and
Yes.
I would request you on our speaking session actually. I would just request you guys to
Yes, sir.
use this criteria for your own assessment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have got a reference with you, that is Saida's talk. She got 5.5. So if you are better
Yes,
than
sir.
her, you can score yourself 6 or 7. If you are lesser than her, then it's alarming. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a quick recap that you can just do at your own if you want to, and
Yes, sir.
after this, I'll just take a speaking test for you guys tomorrow, inshallah.
Sure, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
and actually, I will it will not be an uninterrupted test. I will just ask you questions and I will correct you then and there.
Sure, sir.
Okay, instead of but you guys can record yourself. For example,
Okay,
I
sir.
will ask you a question, you can record it, and then
Okay,
you will
sir.
answer it, you can record it, then you just press the pause button.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then listen to me or my feedback. Like if
Okay,
whenever
sir.
I'll ask you a question, after that I will correct you, I will tell you, okay, was it good or was it bad, or what were the mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, during this time you can keep your recording paused. Then I will tell you, okay, now I'm going to ask you next question. Again, you can press
Okay,
the
sir.
recording or resume recording, and then this will give you a good reference point, or at least a starting point to practice speaking for speaking test.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay, so try to go through
Okay.
all these things. Meanwhile, now we have got some time. Abdurrahman, if you wish, you may stay with me, and if you want to leave, you may leave. And
Okay.
in this, during next 25 or 30 minutes, I will touch upon the 12 tenses of which are very common in English language. Uh, Actually, they set a foundation for you to write and speak. Okay, so I will just quickly revise the tenses for Shakil right now, and if
Yes.
Abdurrahman wants to stay with me, he can also
Yes,
stay. Okay,
I prefer to stay with you.
okay, that's great. That's
And,
great.
and I was ask. I want to ask about the accent.
Uh-huh.
Which one is good? There is maybe American and English accent. So
Okay,
how this?
both of them are correct. Both of them are, you can use any one of them, even Australian accent, New Zealand accent, or American accent, or British accent. All of them are fine. Uh, I think personally, uh,
Hmm.
if you watch too much movies, and if you use too much of social websites, then you will find American accent more easier for you,
Okay.
because they dominate the media. But if like in our region, Britishers, they have been ruling us for they ruled our region for quite long, right? And
Okay.
because of that, our syllabus, our basic education, that somehow is influenced by the Britishers, or
Yes,
their
sir.
accent, or their pattern. So for me, I found British accent more clear and more easy to understand.
Yes,
Americans,
but
they just
okay.
utter half words. Like instead of saying what, they will say war.
Yeah.
Okay, like instead of saying them, they will just say am. Okay,
Uh,
so it's very, very, very difficult for me at least to apprehend to them very easily. So I will recommend you to use the accent that you have been using right from the beginning.
yes, yes. But
Okay.
like for us, we have not been influenced by both of the British and America. And for the purpose of the examination, does
Yeah.
this affect?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Not at all. Not at all. You can use any of
yeah.
the accents, and I will just recommend you to go with the British accent. Well, for me, it's easy. Maybe I don't want to bound you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So here are the 12 tenses.
Okay, sir.
Before I start, I don't think I will be able to complete it today, but whatever part I can cover, I will try to cover today, and then I will just touch upon the remaining part whenever we get time, maybe tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, first of all, before I start tenses, you need to be familiar with persons. We call like first person, second person, third person.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in
Okay.
this, I and we, these are the people who speaks. Like when I'm
Yes.
speaking, in our Urdu language, we call it mutakallam,
Yes, sir.
the one who's speaking, I.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I can speak on behalf of myself, or I can speak about a group, which I will call as we. Right now,
Yes.
we are in a class. So, in both the cases, it is representing the individual who is speaking.
Yes, sir.
Now, the second person is the person either singular or more than
Yes, sir.
one who are being addressed. Right now, I am speaking and you
Yes,
both
sir.
are being addressed.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Okay, sir.
here, the third person singular means any person who is not first person and who is not second person.
Yes, sir.
This is the known as third person, right? Now, this is the
Yes, sir.
person who, if we talk about him or her, it will be ghibat, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, this third person can be present right here in front of us, maybe. For
Yes,
example,
sir.
now if I start talking to Abdurrahman, so
Yeah.
my addressee will be Abdurrahman, although Shakil will be there with me, but he will be third person.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so I is singular, we is plural, you is singular, and you again plural. Now, similarly, in third person, there is one is third person singular, and this is third person plural.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
If you see, I have written third person singular in red.
Okay.
I want you guys to memorize it right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just memorize third person singular. It includes he, she, it,
This time.
this, that, singular name.
Okay.
Okay,
Then,
and sometimes
yes.
certain other things, like if I say, let me write a sentence here. Right.
Smoking.
Shakil, it's for you. One of the factors
Yes, sir.
that affect. Okay.
That.
Now, if you see that effect or effects, what do you think?
That effect is
Effects, sir.
Effects.
Yes, sir.
Effect.
Effects. Why? Because here, smoking is the name of something.
Yes, sir.
Okay? It is not he,
Okay.
it is not she, it is not it, this, that. It is kind of a singular name.
Yes, sir.
Name of a habit, maybe name of something, some factor or something, right? So what I want from you guys is as a first step, I want you people to memorize this thing. He,
Yes, sir.
she, it, this, that, singular name. Okay,
Yes, sir.
done?
Yes.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now let's move forward.
Yes, sir.
Where, there are some verbs with which we add s, there are some verbs with which we add es, and there are some
Yes, sir.
verbs with which we add ies. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let me give you a basic rule for that. For all those verbs which has got O at the end, X at the end, CH at the end, and SH at the end. O, X, CH, and SH. We add ES with all these verbs.
We add. Yes, sir.
For example, if I say catch, CATCH, catch.
Yes, sir.
So it will be catches, ES.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When
Similarly,
it is
sorry.
when you add es, is at which condition?
Okay,
Is
okay.
it like,
That I'll tell you. That I'll tell you. It depends on the tense we are using. So I will tell you. Okay. For the time being, just remember, these are some background information that you need to know before I start to. I jump to the tenses. Okay.
okay.
So now you know
Yes.
third person singular. Now you know that with which verb we will add es.
Yeah.
In which situation we will add it, that I will tell you. But you should know with which verb you will add es. You will add es
Yes.
with the verb that is O at the end, X at the end, CH at the end, or SH at the end.
Yes.
Now, there are some verbs that has got Y at the end, but
Yes, sir.
before Y there is a vowel sound.
Yes, sir.
Vowel sound. Now, this is A is a vowel, right? Or vowel,
Yes,
for
sir.
that matter. So we just add S with it. But if last word alphabet is Y, but
Yes, sir.
before Y it is a non-vowel, a consonant sound, then we will remove this word Y from here and we will add IES.
Yes, sir.
Abdurrahman, did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Or shall I repeat it?
And, please repeat it.
Okay. Now, let me write here. There's some verbs which has got Y at the end. Okay. Now for
Okay.
these verbs, we see two conditions. If there is some
Connection successfully.
Okay.
sound before Y,
Okay.
then we don't uh, we just add S at the end.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Like if I say play. Now what do you think?
Okay.
Which word is before Y?
Play.
A.
Is it?
Okay. So I told you
Yes.
if A, E, I, O, U sounds are there before Y, then what you will do? You will just
Add
add
S.
S. Abdurrahman, are you getting it? No.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But if there is no A, E, I, O, U, no A, E, I, O, U before Y, then we remove Y
Yes,
and
sir.
I add IES.
Okay.
Yes,
Like if
sir.
you see in case of carry, before Y there is no A, E, I, O, U.
Yes, sir.
So what we did, we removed Y and we added IES with it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And for all other verbs, we just add S. That's it. Clear?
And yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going slow because these are basics. I don't want to, repeat these things again and again. So if you're
Yes,
clear
sir.
about these, I hope there will be no problem. Now, There's another thing, we call them as pronouns. We have already
Yes, sir.
seen these as persons, or a pronoun is a noun that we use instead of actual name. Like instead of saying Ijaz, I'm saying I. Instead of
Yes, sir.
saying Ijaz, Abdurrahman, and Shakil, I'm saying we.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the
Okay, sir.
pronouns or the names that we use instead of actual names.
Yes, sir.
And these pronouns have actually three different conditions, three states. Okay,
Yes, sir.
now the
Okay,
first
sir.
state is you can say, I'll just write it here for you, subjective state.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
here
sir.
it is possessive state. Oh, just a minute. Okay, now right, I hope you can see it.
Objective.
Oh, what happened to it? So again, I will not write it now. Okay,
Yes,
it's
sir.
deleted, I know. So now, if you remember what I wrote here, this is subjective state. Subjective means
Yes.
a person who is doing some work.
Yes, sir.
Like if I say, I teach, I
Teach.
teach. Now, here, who is doing this work of teaching?
You.
It's me. So this
Yes.
is my subjective state, I.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but if I say
Okay, sir.
that Shakil teaches me, okay, just assume if I'm saying this is Shakil teaches me. Now here Shakil is in subjective state, and
Yes, sir.
I have become an object here.
Yes, sir.
This work is being done on me.
Yes, sir.
Got it? So this
Yes,
me
sir.
is my objective state.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, sorry, I'm taking tea now. Similar, I'm relaxed now. Now, similarly, this is we. We is subjective state. Let's say we play together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this case, it is who is playing? We are playing. So it means we are doing that work. We are subject of this
Yes,
sentence.
sir.
But if I say that Abdurrahman teaches us.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Abdurrahman or he teaches us. He is objective state, but us has become an object here.
Yes,
So
sir.
I hope now you are clear about subjective state and objective state.
Yes, sir.
Abdurrahman, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
100%?
Hmm?
100% clear? Or some doubts are there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now let's talk about, why I'm teaching you this, because I will use these things in passive voice actually. Okay.
Okay.
You must
Yeah.
know this thing for learning passive voice. Okay. Now, what about these two states? These two are possessive states. These
Yes, sir.
show that you possess something, you are owner of something.
Yes, sir.
For example, if I say my car,
Yes, sir.
so it means I own a car now.
Yes, sir.
You are my student. I am your teacher.
Yes, sir.
So you see, your. It means, similarly, I can say your class, your book, your country, your
Yes, sir.
home. So all these indicate that you possess something. Your
Yes,
brother
sir.
means you possess a brother. Okay. So this
Okay, sir.
is known as possessive state. Mine is also a possessive state, and my is also a possessive state, but their use is somewhat different.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
In case of Okay, let me give you one example. I'm writing this example here. Right. You see, if I say this is my pen,
Yes,
so if you observe, my has come before object or before
yes,
the thing that I possess. This is my pen. My has
yes,
come before this, right?
yes,
Second thing, pen, mentioning this pen here is compulsory. I cannot say this
yes,
is my.
yes, sir.
But let's say we all are sitting in an actual class, and Abdurrahman came to me. I'm your teacher, and I'm sitting in front of whole the class. Abdurrahman comes to me, and he shows me his writing test, and then
Yes, sir.
once I've checked his starting test, he goes back to his seat, but he forgets his pen.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, now I ask you guys, the whole class, someone has forgotten his pen here. Whose pen is this?
Okay.
Whose pen is this? So
Whose pen
Abdurrahman
is it?
cannot say, sir, this is my. If he will use word my, he will have to mention the thing as well. My pen.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But if this is mine,
This is mine. Yes, sir.
that is fine. Here you don't need to use the word pen. This
Yes,
is
sir.
mine. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Mhm.
But if you want to use, or you want to tell that what thing is mine, if you want to use the word pen here, then you
This
will
pen.
use this pen is mine.
Yes, sir.
You will use this word pen before mine. But here,
Yes,
if
sir.
you see, you used my, the word pen after my.
Yes, sir.
So when you use these forms, my, our, your, his, her, their, after all these
Yes.
things, you have to mention that pen, car, or whatever. Your
Yes,
brother,
sir.
his car, her pen, their house.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
if you want to use these possessive states, then it is your choice. Either you can use the word pen or house or car, or if you
Yes, sir.
don't want to use, then don't use. Like, this is mine, it is
Yes, sir.
ours, it is his, it is hers,
Yes, sir.
it is theirs. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
it becomes option. But if you use the word pen, then it will come before mine, not after. Like here,
Mm.
it came after my. Any
Okay.
doubts?
No, sir.
Abdurrahman, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you know the basics: nouns, pronouns, you know the object form, subject form. Okay, you know
Yes, sir.
SES rule, and you also know
Yes, sir.
third person singular.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now let's start with first tense. Okay, there are 12 tenses, you know that. I hope you know that. And
Yes.
the 4 tenses are from present, and 4 for the past, and then 4 for the
Yes, sir.
future.
Future.
Now, if some basics, like if I talk about present, it is the first form is present simple or present indefinite. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
start with this. Let's start with this. I want to cover this tense because this present and past simple, they are a little bit tricky. Present simple
Yes.
and past simple, they are a little bit tricky. Rest everything is very simple.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now these are present simple is not simple, right? Similarly, past
Yes,
simple
sir.
is not simple. Rest
Not simple.
everything is simple. Okay, now first of all, present indefinite or present simple tense. These things, these tenses actually are used when you want to talk about something that happens regularly.
Yes, sir.
And it kind of maybe kind of a duty, your daily activity, your habit, or
Yes, sir.
sometimes if something is there continuously, something
Yes,
is
sir.
there continuously, like London is a city. London is a like London is a large city.
Yes, sir.
So this thing is a general truth that is always there. So even in this case, it's we call it as present simple. Now for
Yes.
Pakistani students, for all the sentences which has got, you can note it down, please. Which has got ta hai, ti hai, khata hai, pita hai, jati hai, aati hai, jate hain, ta hai, ti hai, etc. at the end.
Yes, sir.
Those sentences will be treated as present simple tense.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
because
sir.
they show that something is happening regularly, khata hai, jata hai, aata hai, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Abdurrahman, I
Yes,
want to
no.
tell them some tips in our native language as well. Okay, so first of all, their use is when something happens regularly.
Yes, sir.
After that, you need to notice that this is a general structure for a present indefinite tense.
Yes, sir.
First of all, we will use subject, then verb. With verb, sometimes we use s, sometimes
Yes.
es, sometimes ies,
Yes.
and you know that now.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
and object at the end. If I
Yes,
say
sir.
I teach Marjuma.
Yes, sir.
Now, actually, interestingly, she was a lady doctor from Bangladesh, and she first
Yes.
time requested me to teach these tenses. So I made these notes for her actually. So
Ah,
now
yes.
if they're always like I teach Marjuma.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you see the second sentence, she teaches Marjuma.
Teaches. Yes, sir.
Now, why I have put S or ES or IES? What is the rule?
Because it end, the verb is end with ch
With
or
third
s.
person singular, do you remember those words written in red? Third person
Yes, sir.
singular, he,
Yes.
she, it, this, that, or singular name.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
With all these, I will add S or ES or
Yes.
IES at the end,
Yes.
depending on the verb. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So S, ES, or IES, it depends on the verb. But
Yes.
do I need to add any of these? It will depend on the subject.
Yes, sir.
If my subject is third person singular, I will add S or ES or IES.
Yes, sir.
Like here, these factors affect health of a person. But when I say this factor,
Yes, sir.
it is third person singular, it will become
Yes.
effect.
Affects.
Is this clear?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, the trick comes in negative tense. Actually, this was its positive form. But what about negative form? Okay. Now, in case of negative form, you need to observe something, and that is subject is still there,
Yes, sir.
then do not or does not.
Yes, sir.
We will add one of these, do not or does not.
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
verb will come there, but there will be no S, no ES, no IES with the verb.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
No S, no ES, no IES with the verb now. Like,
Yes.
she teaches Marjuma. She teaches Marjuma. But
Yes, sir.
when I say